So, creating a daily plan. Overall way to look at assignments and readings coming due. Those of you that are experts in this, I'll need you to hop in and tell me what you guys do differently, okay? So in the My Schedule tab, you see everything. Guys, I want you to hang out for a little bit. You're technically here till 3, so you have some time left, okay? So in that My Schedule tab, you have your list of courses and what's due today, right? That's a great place to look to see what's due today. Does anyone else do anything different from this? Calling on you guys that have been here for a semester, a year. What do you guys do to know what to work on each day? What do you do differently? Okay, so you just use the My Schedule tab. Another way of looking at it is in your courses. Down at the bottom, there's this class plan. That's also a good way to do it if you're someone that, I know for like myself, I like to work on all of my assignments in one class before I move on to the next class. So this is a good way for me to do it because this way I'm in one of my classes, I can finish it all, and then I move on to the next class. So there's this section. Another really good part is this plan tab. You click on it. You have to make sure that agenda is clicked. And you can filter through your calendar. So if you want to just look at one class at a time, you can do that. You can look at all of your classes, and it lays out not only what's due today, but due tomorrow. So for those of you that want to minimize the amount of homework you have to do on Fridays, this is a great place to look on Thursday to see what's due today and tomorrow. So you can kind of look ahead a little bit. So lots of different ways to pretty much do the same thing. So this is where it's key to really do what works best for you, okay? And if you have questions about it or need to figure out what works best for you, reach out to someone, talk to someone about it, okay? I have 2 daily or weekly plan examples. These are in that FAST ISMN advisor page in your classes tab, so they're there for you. I'm not going to push them on you. You do whatever works best for you. You have those as resources. So if you answered A or B on the questionnaire, these might be really good guides for you, okay? Or maybe you have your own journal at home, or you have sticky notes, whatever it may be. Just know that you have those resources, okay? It's important for you to format it based on what you like to do. So try things out, okay? Figure out what works best for you, okay? And your learning coach is a learning coach for a reason. That means they're there to help support you alongside your teachers and myself. So use them for support, okay? Grades and zeros, this is the really important part. And I'm going to pause chat because this section's really, really important. So attendance in live classes is required. Obviously, you guys get those calls home when you're missing from a class, right? But completing homework is even more important because that's what's going to give you the grade. It's what's going to prove that you know this stuff and that you're learning, and it'll allow you to move on. So you guys are all at least 6th graders. I even have some 9th graders in here. Grades are getting more and more important each year. Okay, your future course placement is based on how you do this year. So passing 60% is the bare minimum to, keep on track, keep moving on. Anything above that is great. That's demonstrating that your level of knowledge, of your level of learning the material, right? Below 60% might communicate to us that you don't know the material, right? And that the whole point of school is for you guys to learn that, right? Okay. Sally, I'll get with you in just a second. It's super important to complete work when it's due and communicate with your teachers if something's going to be late, okay? And always try and turn something in. Okay? Your teachers want to see that you care about what you're working on, right? And part of caring about that is turning in that homework. Okay? So the best way to see your current grades is looking at this grades tab at the top. I know that this is a broken record at this point. I bring it up all the time to you guys, but it's seriously one of the most important aspects of online school is looking at this grades tab. Okay? And those of you that were here in the beginning of class, you filled out that form for me that let me know what your grades were and what zeros you had, right? So the zeros are found in this grades tab. So it gives you a lot of information. It gives you your overall grade. It gives you, Gavin, just hold on, thank you. It gives you your assignment grade, so you know what you got on each assignment. You're never in the dark about what you scored on an assignment, okay? And then these dash marks are assignments that are not yet graded or assigned, okay? The really key part is looking at anything that might have a 0 next to it, okay? Zeros directly affect your grade, and if you don't turn in the assignment, the 0 will stay in the grade book, okay? It takes a really big hit on your grades. If you turn in the assignment that has a 0, you'll get points, okay? Unless your teacher says otherwise, okay? So on Fridays, teachers put in zeros for assignments that weren't submitted. And this is really key because this can move assignments out of that overdue tab. And the only way you'll be able to see your zeros is in the grades tab. That's why it's really, really important. So if you look in the overdue tab, it might not tell you exactly what you're missing. Okay, it might be too overdue, we say. Okay. So here are your 3 goals for the semester, okay? These are at your core, the 3 goals I need you guys to have. Goal 1, don't get any zeros. No, Sally, and in most cases, your teachers are going, if you're communicating with them, they're going to appreciate that, and they're not going to take off points. What I usually say is to make sure, obviously, A, you want to turn it in on time. If you really can't turn it in for some reason, guys, you really got to focus here. Okay, I'm seeing that you're asking about the word. I'm going through this. Okay, I promise you're gonna know what to do with the word. Just be patient a little bit. Thank you. So don't get any zeros. Turn in your stuff on time. If you really can't, things happen. You get sick, or you honestly just miss it. Things happen, right? Make sure you turn it in by the following Friday, okay? Then you can get rid of that 0 right away, and there's no issue. If for some reason it's longer than that, make sure that you're communicating with your teacher. If, you're having a question about it, you can't access it correctly, you're just kind of caught up on it, just communicate with your teacher, or if you're not super comfortable doing that, just let me know, and I can kind of be the middleman. That's part of my role here too, okay? Green check if we understand about zeros, how to look at zeros, and I promise I will tell you guys about the code word. So green check, this makes sense. Red X if you are confused about it. Jaden, do you have questions? Okay,